if this will be of consolation to you, you can see how the pairs of Bluesphere compare to Bluesphere. You can see they have Azure Power Global has a market cap of $1.14 billion. Ormat Technologies has 3.83. Sonova Energy has 3.95. Atlantica Sustainable Infrastructure has 4.9 billion. Bluesphere has 21 points. I think it is on Charles Schwab here. It says it's 13.3 million. So if you want to look at it in this direction, that there is potential. At some point, someday, well, the sky is the limit. If you want to look at it that way, if you want to console yourself that, yeah, they still have some room to go. But obviously, that still depends on. It still depends on the filing, the disclosure they are expected to possibly disclose or file with the OTC by the 30th. 30th will be Tuesday, this coming week. So I think if they have already filed that, we may not exactly know. I think if they have not already done so, we may not know. Yeah, the question is, I guess, is if they have done so, would the OTC disclose it? Would they publish it on their website for us to see? I don't well, if I think what will happen is, even if they have disclosed, they have filed it or not, they still have to go through the subsequent 3 months up to September 30th to decide whether they will lift the restrictions they have on Bluesphere. So even if the disclosures are published for all to see, I don't think it's going to change anything. The restrictions will still be in place. So the point I'm trying to make is, whether they have filed it or not, we'll still hold on. We'll still have to endure till the 30th of September to see what's going to happen, whether the lifting will take place or not. But I think we may find out if they have filed any disclosure by the 30th. We may. I'm not exactly sure how the procedure, what the procedure is with the OTC, but I obviously know with the SEC, once they have launched the disclosure, it becomes public. Some years back, Twitter will normally carry any disclosure that is published on Edgar. So around 2012, as of 2012, I know once you push any disclosure on Edgar, Twitter will instantly carry it. But maybe Twitter has become a little bit too big for that now. I don't know. Moving on, we have a position in Bluesphere, and we can see the market cap is $13.3 million, and the stock has just been consolidating for sure. It has not collapsed totally, and one user on stock tweets, buy low sell high, has it that if closing double-digit green when practically no one can buy doesn't convince you, we have the strongest bulls in the OTC. I don't know what can possibly convince you. Obviously, Bluesphere closed up 13%. You can see that. So that is what he means by double-digit green. So it closed up 13%. It goes to say something, that even though you can only sell, it has not collapsed completely, So according to another stock tweets handle, a user who I believe is the biggest proponent of Bluesphere, that is Ray of 808, He put it that probably if there are 1.5 million, 1.5 billion shares outstanding, the Bluesphere army hold about 800 million of them. So going by what we're looking at right now, the stock has not collapsed into oblivion. It goes to tell you that people are holding out and holding strong. We just hope that people will continue to hold on, and to see what's going to happen. And we also hope that the folks at Bluesphere, Shlomi, and their like, that they are going to go ahead and cooperate with the OCC and just disclose something out there. People really want the stock to continue to trade. They are very, very much keen on the stock. They are pinning their hopes on it, and it will definitely benefit them. I don't. I mean, the US is by far the best place to raise funds. Even if they have all the money they need, they're still going to need more money. So it's good for them to do that, because we are all involved. We have seen how the involvement of a lot of recent retail traders has helped a lot of companies raise funds. I mean, name it. AMC. I can't even remember their names. There are many of them. They never thought this could happen. Okay, the Torchlight Energy. They never thought this opportunity to raise funds will arise. So and I mean, to even to Torchlight Energy. I mean, you can, if you want, we can see how we can relate them with Bluesphere. But the point is that Bluesphere, they need the current shareholders. They need the people who are championing and supporting the stock. Who are invested in it. They need them. And if they do the needful, if they do go ahead and disclose, this will definitely help the stock. Then it will help the company itself. They already have a huge army of investors at the moment, so that is a positive for them, financially. So they have a very good, positive. They have a good asset in the form of the strong number of shareholders involved in their holding their share capital, holding their equity stake. So moving on, we just hope they will do something. We can see some of the escalators are, this is the RSI. Graphically, you can see it's just looking up, and we can also see that the 14-period slow stochastic escalator is oversold for sure. MACD definitely below the signal line. It says it appears to be improving within a longer term uptrend, although it's presently below its 200-day moving average. That average is rising due to prior gains in Bluesphere shares. Additionally, the MACD histogram, which is used to measure the near-term trend, is above zero. Is it above zero? Wow, but it's like in the S&P 500. Okay, so that's some positive there. The MACD histogram is above zero. This is when when majority of the people involved can only sell. You can, apart from the folks in Canada as well. I failed to mention that. The folks in Canada who are using TD and Quest Trade. There might be indeed a lot of other trading platforms out there in Canada that allows people to trade. So a momentum for Bluesphere it's a strongly bearish up indeed. Its 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which many analysts call oversold. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer-term accumulation has given way to near-term selling pressure by traders. And the Bollinger Bands, what does it say? Okay. So, but we have a 10-day volatility. 10-day volatility indicator. It says that it is 504.83 for the last 10 days. That is what the volatility is like. So this is also a stock that hardly, well, you can only sell, and indeed some people have been selling, but I think of late, at least for sure, for the last trading session, the majority, the buyers were in the majority, hence this 13% extension we saw. Fingers crossed. Let's hope Bluesphere, the guys running Bluesphere, will do the needful. They are in business, even if the plant in North Carolina isn't running, but the ones in Netherlands and Italy are functioning. Bluesphere is in business, and producing gas and selling it. Yeah. Fingers crossed. We just hope they have taken this serious. Even if they are not taking the investors serious, we just hope that they are taking this listing they have in the US serious, because their finances, is they should think that they have to rely on this, especially to continue to raise subsequent funds. So I just hope they will take advantage of this window and do something, and don't allow the listing to allow their listing to be struck off before they come and act. I just hope they are working on whatever it is they have to do, and to get this rectified, and to get this restriction lifted. So, well, we can clearly see that people are not selling off. We just hope, it's because it's no longer just enough for the folks in Canada to keep buying. It is important that they get this restriction lifted, so that by far the biggest army, which is in the US and indeed elsewhere in the world, because for some reason it seems that much of the world can trade through the US, and hence the restrictions in place is now affecting pretty much the rest of the world, but doesn't seem to affect Canada that much. Fingers crossed. We'll continue to update you, and thank you very much for watching this video.